Oh, I know what I did. I muted my camera instead of my microphone. So... So let's get this background music a little bit less high volume. And let me get my chat on screen so I can actually see what you guys are saying. The new Dev Diary is out, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't read it, go read it. It is good shit, although there's a couple things that I kind of want to talk about. I feel like a bit weird. So anyway, let's get this out of the way. So let's talk about these things one by one. I made screenshots so I won't forget to talk about certain things. Also, let's get this image out of the way. Oh god, I did this the wrong way, didn't I? Hold on, I know how to do this. Alright, so they removed the max state modifier altogether. It's now not a thing. Sorry. Ominous67, thank you so much for 2 years in a row. Tip my hat after you, sir. Happy English Crown Day. And yeah, I was late. I know. I don't know why I was late. I went to bed at 11 p.m. yesterday. 11 p.m. 11. I went to bed before 12. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. I woke up with terrible back pain though. So that was kind of shit, but yeah, it's okay. Mudkids, thank you so much for Twitch Prime. Tip man after you, sir. But yeah, this update has a whole bunch of cool stuff, and we're going to talk about it a little bit because people are going to ask anyway, and then you can maybe I don't know, clip it or something. Katarandan, thank you so much for 4 months in a row. Tip man after you, sir. So one of the updates was ripping out the max state modifier altogether. So max states are no longer a thing.
Keep up the good work, Florry.
Free Donald, thank you so much for 9 months, man. Happy baby. Tip man after you, sir. So yeah, I think ripping out the max state modifier is great. They're going to replace it with a system where whether you are a duchy, a kingdom, or an empire, you get certain government points, which determines how much dev you can have. So if you're... otherwise it will start to cost you money and stab cost and what else? Hold on, let me go scroll up. You can go over the limit, but it's a soft cap. It'll start to cost you some shit. None of which are particularly hurtful, except one is the stab cost increase. So you get plus 100% stab cost modifier, plus 50% AE impact, a negative 50% improved relations, and negative 5% admin efficiency. Which is kind of shitty, but you know, there are ways to combat this. So what you can do to combat this is build courthouses, and which suddenly makes that a very useful building indeed. You can build courthouses, and it will reduce the local governing cost by 40%, which is kind of good. It's great, and that is the level 1 building. So you can imagine what the level 2 building might do. Then there's modifiers on the provinces themselves. If it's a state, it will, you know, it's a 100% cost. If it's a trade company, it's 50% cost. And if it's a territory, it's 25% cost. But remember, there's no more penalty to having fuckloads of territories, okay? So, pretty good. And then if you build a courthouse on that thing, I don't know exactly how the calculation works. It's either it costs 25% and then you get negative 80% from that, or you get negative 80% and then 25% off of that. I don't know how it works yet, but there are many ways to reduce it. And there's stuff you can do to increase the total amount of land that you can have. Do I think World Conquest will be easier or harder with that change? Well, I think you'll need less money, that's for damn sure. Well, would you need less money? It would certainly be a lot less anal, I could say, well... I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it would make it harder or easier. We just make it different. make it less silly, I think. I don't know, I like this change. It's, this seems like a really good one. Especially because now you also have a building that didn't make sense before, that now suddenly makes sense. So, yeah, no, I like this, no, I like this. I like this quite a bit. And it's not going to make it so that you just statify everything. Because that would be OP. But, you know, so you don't just statify everything, you statify the stuff that you need to statify. And shitty land you're not going to statify. And in the statified land you're going to build courthouses. So that it's less of a hassle to deal with. And I think that's great. Just throw money at the problem. I mean, it's good. I like this a lot. Then what I wanted to talk about was this. The missionary maintenance cost is now very lowered. I don't know exactly, because they showed the calculation. I don't know what it is now, but they lowered missionary maintenance, which is great, because in some situations this is completely out of hand. 90 ducats for Constantinople was ridiculous, so I'm happy with that. Then this is a little thing. If you're a theocracy, you can get some really cool reforms right now. So if you're a region, if you're an Eastern theocracy, you get +10 infantry combat ability and +5% discipline, and 10% merc manpower. And now they said one of our betas went right on ahead and created a warrior pope that they will unfortunately have to fix. There was a pope that had this, and I already know which beta it was because it must have been Viking Nephilim. He breaks the pope in every single way possible, so it must have been Viking Nephilim. So I figured I'd show that. Then this. Hey, this one's a bit difficult. Was it Viking Nephilim? Was it you? I'm pretty sure it was you. Why remove it? Well, I mean, they're going to try. I don't know if it's possible for them to remove it, but anyway, the new rules for when you can create trade companies are as follows. I have so many questions about those. So, in case you missed yesterday's stream where we showed this, no, later. Image 26? Image 26. Alright, hold on. Let me get this out of the way first. So, here you can see they made it possible to create trade companies anywhere. Anywhere. Even in Europe. So, if you're an Asian country, you can create trade companies in Europe, right? But then, today, they showed... Not that, not that, not that, not that. This one. Right, so today they show this, right? Which... okay, so province religion must be of a different religious group than the owning nation. So how exactly does this work? Because I don't know how this works. So... so I guess that if you're England, you can create trade companies in India, right? But what if you're the Ottomans and you create trade companies in India and you use the fuck. You use the fuck. You use the propagate religion shit. Does it remove the province from the trade company? Because that would be pretty lame. I don't think I like this rule. Does it suddenly just remove the thing? Like, that's odd, right? And also, I don't know. I don't know if I like this one. I think this one is a bit iffy. But, well, we'll have to see how it plays out. Maybe there's an exception for Sunni, or something. Or maybe that's working as intended, but they've already weakened trade companies, so I don't really see the need to still then Well, I don't know. And then there's a second thing, which I don't really understand. Profits must be considered overseas, both from nation and any subjects of nation, not including tributaries. Okay, so let's take a look at why this is a bit weird, right? So, hold on. Let's, let's just jump into the game. This is only to create. Well, yeah, okay. Okay. If that is the case, then I'm happy with that. It's so you can't create trade companies in America as a European. Okay, so it's only to create... Well, I don't know. But anyway, there's another problem, right? So if it's only to create, that's great and fantastic and everything. But so what if you are France, right? And you create trade companies in India. If you then conquer all of the land from France all the way to India, which I don't know why you would do that unless you're going for a world conquest, but bear with me here. Let's say you connect that land. Now, this is no longer trade company land. Unless it's only to create, and I misread or missed that line of text. But then all of a sudden, all of India no longer is a trade company, which might, you know, put you over the government limit or something. I don't know. That feels a bit weird to me. So how exactly does that work? Well, you can fix that. So this is the silly bit of that, because if you have a direct line over here to India, this would be not be overseas anymore. But if you were to move your capital to London, then it suddenly would be overseas, because there's no direct land connection to your capital. So I'm a bit afraid that this will incentivize you always moving your capital to an island, to make sure that any land outside of Europe will be overseas. And then there was the thing with subjects, right? Hold on, where's my text? Image 30? No? 31? Yes. Any subject, it must be considered overseas from both nation and any subjects of the nation, not including tributaries. But, so if you have a subject, so I get that what they wanted to do is that if you have a subject right here, that you can't create trade companies in India? Like what? Or does it need to be, like, because this is not overseas for that subject. So, but if you create a trade company like on the edge of Europe, or a subject on the edge of Europe, and just disconnect your land from Asia, so back to the vassal wall, so that all of this becomes overseas, would it then still be overseas? And if so, what is the point of the rule? So, not entirely sure if I particularly like that one. But I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. And then it can be part of the HRE, which, oh, hold on. Which, you know, I mean, following these rules, no one in Europe can make trade companies in Europe anyway. So then, why would Vaginagar care about the HRE? Right? So, I mean, so if Vaginagar conquers Germany, they can't add it to a trading company because it's part of this weird empire that they don't know about. I'm not entirely sure if I like that one. But I guess it's, I don't know, I don't particularly care about that one, but I think that's a bit off. Or weird or something. But I mean, I very much like that you can create trade companies everywhere now, but not entirely sure. Because it's Roman, just dismantle the HRE, yeah, okay. Does that make England able to make a trade company in Europe if that's overseas? No. See, the way overseas works is if your capital's in Europe, everything in Europe, the continent, is not overseas. But if you are in mainland Europe and you conquer a snake all the way from Paris to Beijing, then Beijing will not be considered overseas. But if your capital is in London and you still make that snake all the way to Beijing, then Beijing will be overseas, because you can unoverseas land, you can make land not overseas, if it has a direct land connection with your capital. But if your capital's on an island, that can't happen. So that's why that rule's a bit off, unless they change the overseas rule. Which is a good idea anyway, so maybe they've done that. I don't know. But once again, we'll have to see how that works out. DC button and HRE button are say okay. I figured as much. Yeah, okay, that's why. We know the answer now. It's because this button is on the same spot, so it's okay. But I mean, like I said, it doesn't particularly matter, so wait on, hold on. I made pictures. I made tons of pictures. We were at that one. Yeah, okay. Next one is pretty cool. If you're a theocracy and you're not in the pagan religion group, why do you hate pagans so much? Bless the great oik in the sky. Unfortunately, you can't be pagan for this one. Darn it. That's okay. You can, I think this is the final reform, I don't know, but you could do strengthen the global crusades, and then you can, you also need the Deus Vult idea, and then you can target people with non-bordering nations. Oh, yeah, non-bordering nations, but you can, okay, yeah, whatever. So this is a global CB. You can already target bordering nations, but now you can also target non-bordering nations. And you can force your religion on heathens, which means that you can make the Ottomans Reformed or Protestant or Catholic, because the cost to enforcing religion is -40. But as you remember, fucking theocracies, they already have -20% province war score cost reduction, which affects enforced religion cost reduction, and then they get an additional -30, I believe. No, I didn't see. But there's also another government reform that reduces the war score cost by -30. I don't know if it's the same tier as this one though, but anyway, there was another thing that I saw. If you are a republic or a revolutionary nation, then you could do this, which is kind of fun. Opens a lot more paths for one cultures with the -20% culture cost reduction, which is interesting. God and Man, I'm pretty sure this one was not pagan only. Not entirely sure, but you can get an extra missionary like that, and that's pretty much all I want to talk about, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, this one, I mean, I really like it, but I hope it's only to create, not to maintain, so that you can actually convert the land, or if it gets converted by accident, like through event or something, that it just stays part of the trade company, although that is a bit weird as well. And then the overseas bit is a bit off. I think that religion thing should just be yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that, but like, you have a feature, propagate religion, that only works in trade companies, and then if you use it, you screw yourself. So that seems a bit weird. But anyway, that all means that we can get back to the game. Can you put your trade capital in a trade company? Yes. Yes, you can. Let's see what you guys have to say. And blocking your TC and homeland with a vassal won't work. What? Why not? If you put the vassal in Europe, It would work. Because the vassal would still see all of that other land as overseas, unless you make a direct land connection from your vassal to the land in question. But the land in question would be overseas. Actually, what you would want to do is get one province of Europe. What you would want to do, here's what you would want to do. If the rule works the way I think it is. So instead of making the line over at the exact border of Europe, you'd want to put it here. That way, it'll still not be directly connected to your capital, but the vassal will not in any way be connected to Asia. So you'd have to make it one line of Europe in between. It's probably so the Ottomans don't conquer Egypt and Persia instantly. And trade company, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Well, a difficult problem to solve, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm fine with the overseas rule. There's ways to combat it. You can just move your capital to an island. Like if you're the Ottomans, just move your capital to Rhodos and then you're done. It'll all be overseas anyway. You can create it. But, I mean, in all honesty, if you're the Ottomans, why the fuck would you trade company Syria and Egypt? In the next patch, you need the manpower. Why would you do that? It's your culture group. It's your culture group, it's your religion. Why would you trade company this? Doesn't make any sense. You need the manpower. You're gonna get way more manpower out of it if you just state fight. There's a reason for you to not trade company it. If you trade company it, you can, but it's just stupid. So, I don't... And if they wanted to prevent you from trade companying it, then you could just move your capital to Rhodos and then you can trade company it just fine. But I don't think that's a good idea. Everyone who takes naval ideas can build marines, but their troops and their manpower are taken from... Yeah, I know, I've seen that. Talk about the seamen. They talked about the seamen earlier, didn't they? I thought they talked about marines earlier. Yeah, you can use sailors instead of manpower for marines, but you can only have a very small amount of them, and you need naval ideas. The old 25% more score cost was removed. Are you sure? Because it still says external and internal mission, and then you just get an additional -30. But I don't know. Monastic order plus age reform got Asturian ideas and Aleutian missions if you want to be Muslim / full convert Ming in the Age of Reformation. Good shit. Why would JJ care about the HRE? Paradox at the bottom. Can I change the music please? Yeah, just a sec. I just typed in talkie music. Alright, I think that's most of the messages that I was about to see. Marines are so bad. No, why? They're strong. Oh, no, they are weaker. Yeah, they have a malice to land combat or something. Which, and maybe the HRE thing is so that the no, it's because it's on the same spot, man. I'm pretty sure. But it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm excited to see the AI with their new +1 fort level manufacturing. Well, they'd have to. I mean, I am excited to see that. I doubt they'd actually... I mean, it's a manufactory, right? So you can build an extra level 1 fort, but it's the cost of a manufactory. And you can get it after Tech 6. I'd be interested to see if they actually end up using that. Plus 25% shock damage received is not as bad as you might think. It's really not as bad as you might think. Like... Do you completely collapse the hordes? No. So, and they get plus 50? All the flatlands? I don't even know. It's a bit of a shame that I don't know. Still no chase, sorry, but yeah, but that's too difficult. What about the drilling changes? What? There's drilling changes? Oh! I completely misread this because it didn't have spots. Another thing tweaked to help you retain your manpower in the long drawn out wars is armed professionalism and army drill. First, I need to cover that the drill decay modifier has been renamed to regiment drill loss to better explain what it does fully. It prevents all losses of drill on your regiments, including loss you get from casualties. What? Now our professionalism modifier has been modified to include a scaling negative 50% regiment drill loss when full. This results in that every 2 soldiers you only lose drill worth of 1. Drill if at their defense bonuses increase to negative 25%.
Climber of the three mountains, chosen by Oink himself. Okinawa is home, Oink is love, Oink is life.
Negative 25% fire and shock damage received at 100% drill. Means that you'll lose a quarter less troops. Yeah, okay. I like this. But I'd still like the... well, okay, with this, I would like our professionalism to be tied to average drill, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. EU4 Alexander, thank you for something for 36 months in a row. Tip man up to you, a happy 3 mountain climb Ryukyu crown head day. Alright, cool. So, we'll talk with the new patch of the way. What did we do last time? Well, last time we finally conquered Caucasus. We beat the Mamluks, beat the Mughals just now. And we need to go grab this. Because I need me some profit. What do I need? Admin, that's what we need. Because we can tech up for 48. Oh god, we're in so much trouble. See, I can't fix my shit, man. I can't do the trick, I don't think. Unfortunately. I did lose my alliance with Tuscany, but... You will need a courthouse in all of your provinces of a state or just one per state? Hold on. Let's take a look at the what it says. It should be all the way at the top, right? No, it's local governing cost because it's based on dev now. So you'd have to. So if you built that on a 37 dev province, that will only affect you for 40 or 60%. And I'm assuming the upgrade will upgrade it to, well, you know, 70%. This is a big fucking problem, man. I need more religious unity, but I can't get it. I shouldn't have pressed all those nasty buttons with tolerance of heretics. Can I stop paying for my troops? Because I'm losing money, like... left, right, center, front, and behind. So with this, I only have a year to do this. I don't think I can do it, man. I don't think I can do my trick. Because I don't have enough religious unity. And this button will only last until... when? Yeah, I only have 12 months to do it. And I have 3 vassals. I mean, I could release another one, but I don't think it's worth me doing the trick for, to be honest. We also don't have that embraced. So can I explain the trick, please? Alright, so what I wanted to do was the following. Hold on. It's January, so we can grab this now. What I wanted to do now was grab this, humanism, and then finish humanism. That would give me 25% religious unity, which will reduce the cost to stab up by 20. So right now it's 142 because I have +2 stab, right? So you just remove 100. So it'd be 42. So if I get rid of the corruption, or sorry, the religious unity, it would be 22. And then you get rid of the overextension. That way it's 12 or something. Yeah, 12. Yeah, no, yes, no, 12. And then you make your clergy happy, and then it's then it's 10. But I'm going to lose 20%. So we won't be able to... and so if the admin cost is 10, then what you can do is you can designate March and then remove March on all of your vassals. And that gives you a negative stab. And then you just stab up, and you can get to like 100 absolutism that way, real fast. But we can't do it. It's just not possible. Unfortunately. I could release nations, but even then, it just wouldn't be worth it. Just use harassment. I could use the harassment. It's quite expensive though, because I've already pressed the button. No, I know what we'll do. But we shouldn't have any absolutism, right? No. So it's time to go piss off some of these. And some of those. Yeah, it's a darn shame, but it needed to be done, and now we just lower the autonomy everywhere.
What is your opinion of the new dev diary? Sorry,
so I was kind of hoping I could avoid this. Sorry, I've already answered just joined. I talk about it at length at the start of the stream. I think I talked about for about an hour. So, thank you for watching for 31 subbing for 31 months in a row, man. Tip man after you, sir. If you want the short answer, I'm happy about it, but I do have a couple questions about the trade company shit and what else did I have a question about? No, mostly about the trade company shit. The rest was pretty clear. Alright, cool. Can we statify Wallachia? Because pretty sure we're supposed to lower the autonomy here as well. Thank you. Let's see what kind of a difference that makes in terms of absolutism. 37. That's good. I'm not going to be building that palace, thank you very much. Already up to 41, this is fine. I'm not entirely happy about that whole money-making shit though. Did the Sydney North collapse again? Looks like it. Still, that's not going to fix our money supply. I'm spending a lot on advisors, man. Yeah, we can forget about this shit. Let's just go get rid of that guy. Still losing money. Does this affect shit at all, or do we have 0 guys that are actually making use of this? I think we have 0 guys that are actually making use of that. So I need another merchant, basically. Oh no, it definitely does affect shit. Holy shit, what am I saying? Look. Now we've got 14 dockets moving into this way. Very nice. Cool. Maybe delete some of the forts? Yes, because we control this now, so I no longer need that fort. I no longer need this fort. That one needs to get upgraded. That fort was a liability, so let's go get rid of that. Relentless drill. Don't mind if I do. Do we have any mercenaries? Oh, not really. We've got the one, but... And there's nothing we can convert here, so... Bit unfortunate. Also, we've got way too many troops. Let's go get rid of some of those. And we could start the integration of Shirvan. That's fine. See no reason not to do that. I'd also want to use that. Just need 7 more. Yeah, and I would like to fight the Mamluks because we can't really go anywhere. But I think first we have to get rid of the corruption. Because otherwise I'm going to end up taking loans whilst we're doing this. Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make my estates happy again. So they're costing me an arm and a leg. When can I make you super happy? Not until 39, actually. Kill Naples? No, why? I don't need that land. No, we're just gonna wait for our corruption to go down and then we'll fight the Mamluks. Because I can't have them be where they are right now. I think I'm gonna try and integrate Georgia first, so we'll go improve relations with them. Where's Karaman? Karaman's up here. I was slowly but surely converting this land again, yeah. So now the cost would be 162, 166, yeah. That was pointless. That couldn't have worked. It couldn't have worked because of this shit. It would have worked if we had humanism, but we don't. So aside from humanism, what are we going to pick? Well, it's either going to be offensive or innovative. It's going to be innovative. I can tell you why too, I'm behind in Miltech, but I'm ahead of time in Admitech. I'll end up picking both, guys, don't worry about it. But I'm really far behind in Miltech right now, so it's going to be offensive. Oh yeah, innovative, sorry. Hello, how do you like having plus 200% staff cost? It's capped at 100. Marco, it's capped at 100 staff costs. And also, did you see that you can build course houses and it reduces it by 40, and then this will reduce it by another 80 or something. But it's either 80 or 60. But this is 22, and this is what? When do you get course houses? Because that is kind of a thing, isn't it? Tech 8. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to see how it plays, Marco. I'd have to see how it plays. But I mean, it's capped at 100, so it's like... The only thing point-wise that it costs is... is the stab cost. Wait, what? It scales beyond 100? Oh no, no, oh no. Oh. Okay. Well, better build those courthouses then. I thought it was capped at 100. Oh. Huh. Well, no idea, but I also don't know how the calculation works, right? Because they said 25% for a territory, and then if there's courthouse on it, you reduce that by 40. But is that then 40% off of 25, or is that 40% off of 100, and then it only counts for 25? Because that makes a difference, a huge difference even. So. Because if it's, let's say you have a 10 dev province. There can only be one way that it works, actually. So you have a 10 dev province. So because it's a territory, it only counts for 0.25. And then that only counts for 0.60. So then it's 1.5. Or you have a 10 dev province, and then you do that times 0.4 because it's because you built the courthouse, and then that only counts for 25, which in case it's 1, it makes a 50% difference. Which one gets applied first? So it's either, it will either count for 1 or it will count for 25. So really, dude, if it means that if you're, it means that if you build a courthouse everywhere, and your empire rank with no other modifiers or whatever, you can have 10,000 dev before you run into problems. I don't know, man. I think we need to see how it plays, because if you make it old territories, that is. But you could have 10,000 dev. And this is without any of the other modifiers that we don't know about. So I don't know. But I think it's, I would assume it'd be capped, though. I would assume to be capped. And if you burn everything, 10,000 dev is like 3/4 of the world, unless you're playing on very hard difficulty. Yeah, there's too many unknowns right now. I don't think, but I really thought it was capped. It sounded so nice and rounded. But hold on. So wait a minute. Hold on. If it works in the same, okay. So wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So if it works in the same way, and we did a little bit of a calculation here, and we say that we can have 10,000 dev. If it works in the same way as the state limit, if you were 100% over your governing limit, that means that you can have 20,000 dev before you go over 100% stab cost reduction. 20,000. I mean, you'll be there then. You'll be done. The world will be yours. So I don't think the 2,000% stab cost nightmare is going to come through. I don't think it is going to come through. Unless you conquer the world by 50-50, but I think we can all agree that that is a bit, I mean, I don't know. But even then, it probably won't be that bad. I don't know. Hey, and the corruption's gone, so you can pay for them level 5 advisors now. How expensive are these courthouses anyway? 75. Oh wait, we have a bunch of cost discounts. It's 100. I am so hyped for the next batch, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all of the things and see what the new mercs are all about and new government. There are so many fucking government reforms. But you know I don't know. I think I like all of the changes, to be honest. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I also always thought that it was a bit weird that you never build courthouses. Like you have this massive empire, but there's no rule of law here. Hey, what happened to the music? Did I pause it? Oh shit, I paused it. I'm so sorry, guys. We need more missions. Well, there's tons of missions. I'm assuming. I don't know if any of them have been. Doesn't Burgundy get a whole bunch of? I don't know. Can we fight a war against... Oh god, we can. Look at that. We're making... Wait, why am I suddenly making this much on this? Huh. Okay, well, I guess because we finished a whole bunch of manufactories. It's time to go fight the Mamluks, not because I want to, but because if I don't, then they'll doubt me. Yeah, this is Assassin's Creed... Black Flag. I think we're okay when it comes to surviving. What's the plan today? The plan today is to fight the Russians for Circassia. Oh, no, never mind. The time is to fight Armenia. So we can fight Circassia. Oh, let's do that first. Because we have a chance to do that now, and... Are you in an offensive war? Please tell me yes. Yes! Alright, guys. Time to show off something really cool. Okay, so... Circassia is in an offensive war. Oh, bummer. The Russians joined that. Never mind. Never mind. Can't use the trick. Darn it. So if Caucasia was at war with Genoa on their own, then what we would be allowed to do is fight Armenia and set Caucasia as a co-belligerent. But because they're both part of that war, we can't. Attack Russia. I do not have a death wish, so no thank you. Alright, let's go do this and that. That's fine, I don't need this many infantry on this. We'll just go fight Armenia. I don't think I'm going to break the alliance, I think I'll just eat Circassia. Have it be done with. Oh, Wicko, thank you for gifting a sub to Marco Antonio, man. Tip mad after you, sir. Welcome aboard, Marco. Fight Russia, France, and Austria. Right, first things first, we are fighting Armenia, then we're fighting the Mamluks, then I think we have to go for a little in-between war against the Mughals, because I only demanded 50% war score, and we have to take Mush here, so we can declare our own war against the Mughals instead of a silly one. I'd like to get war score from battles here, so yeah, we'll go Dallas. We won't set anyone as a co-belligerent, because we have to go separate peace. Was he not paying for that? Okay, he was. You have to go separate peace. What's his face? Let's get the prestige decay. Get half the units out of there, so we suffer a bit less attrition. Oh, that's not him. That's Tabriz. Okay, whatever. Conquer the world. No. No, no, I don't like world conquests. I don't know if I'll be able to beat the Circassians, man. They humiliated us in the last time we fought them. Who wants a generalship, guys? Who wants it? Ah, you know what? We have a new sub. Marco Antonio, let's do it. Antonio. Well, he's fast, as we would expect. Given how many World Conquest records he has to his name. Alright, we got DJ Beaker. I like how this changes his name a bunch of times. You need to World Conquest if you generals, Marco Antonio. No, no. Not today. Perhaps tomorrow though, but not today. Alright, cool. Alright, we got Baghdad. We could probably peace out you. I want you to annul your treaties with the Mamluks and the Mughals and give me war rep and money. And he wouldn't give me this. Because he's a stingy little bastard. I spelled his name wrong. Nah, I think. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just because the name was already taken. Alright. There we go. I got some Carmenese zealots. I don't particularly care. Do Marco Savonio. Unless it's really supposed to be that. Alright, let's go breach this wall because I'm sick and tired of this. I like how the Russians are still helping out in a way. I only need these three. Just 63% war score. It's a bit nasty. I'm gonna hope that the Russians are silly and that they leave me be here. I don't want to take these two provinces because that will get me at odds with Russia. I'm only gonna take these three. And it doesn't add Russia. Wait, is that really the only thing that we need? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have conquered the Caucasus. One down, one to go. Alright, great. So let's gather up those dudes and start these cores. You can add Kuban? What? Yeah, but I don't want to add Kuban. Oh, you mean because it won't net me a war with the... Yeah, okay. Fair. Okay, let's buy... Oh, that was a little bit too expensive for me. For my taste. What I need is to build some universities. Yeah, there you go. That's 5. And what I really ought to be doing, but what I didn't do was... save money right now because we still have that construction cost reduction. I'm going to want a Scottish Georgia. Why 5? Because you need 5 for the age objective. And the Age of Absolutism objectives are kind of awesome, so... Alright, we need one more. This guy's disloyal again. Ew! Well, we almost have the money for it. I don't know if we're actually making enough money for us to merit this, but... And when are these guys going to be happy again? Yeah, a while from now. Keep farming that professionalism, don't mind if I do. And yeah, we're ready for this. We would be ready for this, but we need to go get ready to invade Karaman. And then we'll have to hold the line here. So I'll wait for my troops to arrive there. Yeah, we can press this button. Very nice. Austria declared war on Bohemia. Yikes. And how much money do I need to embrace this? Oh goodness, it's taking forever. That's okay. We're in position now, so let's go down the Mamluks. Like I said, otherwise they'll keep bothering me. I might want to tell this guy to transfer trade power over to me if it's possible. Because he does control a lot of trade power in Crimea. Trade power that I ought to be controlling. We can make our burgers happy now. Let's do it. There you go. And we almost have enough. Anything I can buy down? Serbia Rebellion. Yeah, let's do it. So I have enough now. I just need to be. I just need to lower my stab. So what we'll do is we'll Dao Kutai. No, we won't Dao Kutai. We'll Dao Bhutan. But we'll ask access through that land first. Good. Oh boy. Okay. So that war against. Oh well. At least they bumped into our rebels there. We got a lab. Please attach to me and let's retreat past our fort line and use fort defense. No, you sack of shit. Follow me. He is following me, but it's taking a sweet ass time. Let's go burn this. Because I need that army home. Yeah, we're just here buying time so that we can take care of Karaman first. And let us go. Well, we could peace out Armenia, that's fine. I don't have a national unrest guy, right? No. Hey, let's go peace out Armenia. I don't want both. In fact, I can't take both. Right, this will give me Holy War CB on the Mughals next time we want to fight that. And now we go down Luwu. Or Bhutan, sorry. There you go, that's Holy War CB. What mil tech does the Memluks have? Like 18 or something? 16? Wow. So we have the same mil tech then. Right, and now we get this. Also at plus 11. We don't need to be at plus 11. It's a bit excessive. Yeah, we lost a lob. It's to be expected. April 1st, 1630. That's when it spawns. And our absolutism 51. So we can afford to buy that down. Can I already piece out the Karaman? Well, no, I can't because they need to get home first. Alright, the Memluks are here. It's time to start some battles. Let's hope that this is enough. Oh yeah. Right, it's important that we scorch the earth in ISIL. This is a weak fort, and I'm hoping that he attacks this time and time again. But he might go for Divreki. Alright, can I force march in there? With a sacrificial lamb, just to be able to scorch earth. Yeah. So now if he tries to reinforce that, he'll be screwed because it'll take him forever to do so. And now just to make sure that reinforcing ISIL is going to be absolute hell for him. want to make sure that I'm the one to enter this. Alright, we gotta wait a few more days. Alright, 15th. Let's do it. Scorch the earth there, and then we enter this. Now, if he tries to reinforce, it will take him like 3 months to walk from Marash into ISIL. So whenever he tries to siege down ISIL, his troops just die. He's gonna arrive on the 4th of December. And we'll fight on the 4th of December there, that's fine. Alright, cool. We can peace out Caraman. I want you to give me trade power, steer trade, and give me war rep. I'm not allowed to conquer that land and got a whole bunch of nasty stuff. But I would like him to trade over to me because I think now his merchant is going to be parked in... Yeah. We have a merchant, guys. Stole a merchant from Caraman. Very nice. Insta wipe. Let's move our troops home. Man, I'm on fire today. Still ticking up nicely. Yeah, we need to be worried. We need to be careful not to stab up again, I think. Well, I mean, what do I need my unrest? No, we can stab up again. It's fine. Even if I lose the 5.22, I'll still have enough unrest. No, but I won't if the... Ooh. Well, let's just hope that we fight enough battles, guys. We gotta make our people suffer so that we... Oh boy. That's not what the doctor ordered. Diet Hell's gonna run out in May. We'll be fine. Hey, he's in ISIL. Let's fight him again. Wait. I fucked up. Fucked up real bad. Hello? Yeah, this should be good. Please reinforce. No. What are you doing? Dude. I can't have him siege this down because that'd be horrendous, right? Then my entire plan falls apart. Well, not entire plan falls apart. It's still a long travel time, but it's better if he doesn't siege it down. My troops are almost home, and then I think then we can go on the offensive. Do I not need Pentarchy shit? I need Rome and I need Alexandria. So I'll try to take Alexandria in this war. And I did statify the rest of this shit, so... But now this is starting to be a little bit too expensive. This is what we'll do. Makes sense, right? Yeah. Don't you need Mecca? No. Fuck no. I don't need Mecca. 830 admin? Yeah, hold your horses. It's not going to be that bad. Trust me. I'm at 1,000,000% manpower thing, so... Why do I have my focus on? Admin, or mill, sorry, but I still need to tech up a mill, so I'm alright with that. Alright, let's slowly push on. They can't fight back. There's no way. And we're making enough money here. Truce with the Mughals is over. Really have to hurry up with this war. I might need to peace out for much less. Because we ought to go fight the Mughals now. I want a spy network on the Mughals, or unless he's a battling buffoon. No. Let's go build a spy network on them. Stop improving relations with the Austrians. And maybe do that. I can't use them in offensive wars. I set myself that rule. But I would like them to join. Otherwise it breaks the alliance and then we'll be fucked forever. What is my favorite nation to play as for fun? Florence. Not because it bears my name. Because Italy is Italy's just fun. Lots Lots of little alliance chains, small provinces, lots of AE, many different ways to play it. I like it. That is a problem. Having fun is not allowed. Is he trapped? No, he can't be. But yeah, I'm really worried that they're going to Dow, and then we'll be screwed. I might just take money, to be honest. Also, if a lot of these rebellions aren't going to fire, in fact, most of them aren't going to... Where are you going? Cyprus. In fact, most of them aren't going to fire. Because once we're done with everything, we can just flip into the national unrest icon and fix our stab and get the negotiate with the bastards. 49%. This is good. Good. Yeah, I want to play a Florence game after this one. If a what? Where are you going? Jaffa. Okay. Let's wait for him to leave. 5th, 6th. That'll work. He's gonna try reinforcing, and in doing so, sign his own death warrant. No, he won't. Alright, we got a bill. Because long battles are expensive. We shouldn't fight long battles. It's stupid. Ambrose Button, thank you for subbing with a tier 1 sub. Tip mad after you, sir. How's my unrest? It's still okay. And we just need it to be okay until April, so we should be good here. Really? Okay, I don't know. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they'll just walk into my shit. He's actually on 7, so we're going to fight in Sidon because it will reset the siege. And then once we retreat now, we can hope that he splits up his dudes in this stupid way. Like this. Although I don't know if this is really the greatest of ideas. Ah, worth a try. But like I said, long battles are expensive. So we gotta run until our rebel stomping army comes back. But I mean, we did delay his counter-offensive, I suppose. Here, can we just leave that merc behind? Let's get back over here. We don't even have enough cannons to fully maintain this army. And it takes forever to get our manpower back because of the national unrest. How is my morale so high? Sorry for the ad. Oh no, you don't need to apologize for the ad. My morale is really high because we've got, well, no, not because we have a lot of prestige. We have defensive ideas. We have an event right now that gives us 15% morale. And we also have 100 army tradition, which gives us 20%? 25% even. Army tradition is a big deal. I think that's what epic block battles missed. Doesn't Prussia have like an army tradition idea? I don't think... Ah, there we go. Quarter country. Always go for this one. It's a negative... It's a 3 unrest difference. So now we can finally fix our war exhaustion. And our stability. And we have 3 rebel... I'm going to flip into the unrest thing. I don't need to, so I'm not going to. Don't I already have -3 unrest from this? Yeah. Alright, they didn't even take a new fort whilst I was AFK. So we can just keep moving. And the thingies still haven't declared any wars. And once again, I have too many dudes in this though. Let's go get rid of some of these. But remember, they still have way more troops than I do. But no, actually, we have more. I'm already at max patriarchal authority anyway, so. Patriarchal authority is just tolerance of the true faith. Yes, but actually no. I need to go think of why that's no. I'll let this one time out and I'll march the army over to Bolu. I thought it was here. Oh, it was there. Okay. Alright, let's go enter Cairo. I don't think we're going to go for 100% because it's too risky. We have to go get ready to fight the meme looks. Do we still have the... We still have this bonus. I need to make use of that. Let's get those troops north. Manpower and missionary strength? Yeah, but why not just replace this with tolerance of the true faith? Because it has the same effect. It only works in Orthodox provinces. So it's basically the same thing. No idea. Oh, crap. Well, at least they got stack web, so I got some of the manpower back, right? Aren't you fighting the meme looks already? Sorry, I meant the Mughal meme looks. The Mughal looks. Is he gonna beat me to my sieges? He is, isn't he? Why is my war score 60%? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, I've only have 27 from battles? I thought we'd have 40 by now. Well, that's a lot of free war score that we need to go get. Never fight on the siege itself, guys. Silly. Castoria is definitely over. What? Here then? There you go. I mistook Castoria for Kars. Never fight on the siege itself. I will fight in Hama. And this is going to be a rough battle, but I have to finish it. Thank you. Now we can fight the siege itself. Fuck you. Is the right way to do this event to always say no? Always say no. No. You can say yes a couple times, but you have to say the first one. It doesn't make sense to pick the one that gives extra unrest, because you get 3 unrest at the cost of a little bit of autonomy. And you want autonomy because autonomy gives you the ability to lower the autonomy, which gives you more absolutism. But I mean, I'm sure they talked a lot about how absolutism is going to work in the next patch. So I don't know if all of the same things will still apply. You might not even want to do court and country. Maybe they completely rework court and country. Maybe they, I don't know. Didn't they also do a whole bunch of stuff with the states? I don't know, guys. Alright, we got 90%, 94, he would accept this. We can demand a little bit more money. This won't add anyone new. We have to go piece this out instantly down the Mughals. And yeah, this is really expensive. But at least it keeps our diplomats busy for now. Hey, and time to go fight the Mamluks again, or the Mughals again. No, they're allied to Karaman. Fuck. Yeah, well, I have no choice. Yay! Empire rank! Woo! Take the Black Sea for pretty borders. I kind of like it this way. You stop being disloyal, man. Shirvan is a big liability. I'm gonna put him on Scottish as well. And we can start the integration of the... I keep thinking we could start that integration, and then we can't. Alright. So we have to wait for our troops to get into position, and then we can declare that war. Can I demand money from these? I could do it right now. Bosock is where exactly? So that place needs a bit more troops. Bosock? Bosock? Bosock. Oh! Well, apparently my vassal was right there, so I guess I'll press the button instantly. What did I think about the just rip out the max state modifier altogether? I think it's great. I think the new system is interesting, and also it always felt weird that courthouses did nothing, so now you have a reason to build those things. I feel like they should provide their own building slot. Can I make you break your alliance with... No, there's no way. Also, what is your tech? Is anybody in the world of Tech 19? Because if they get Tech 19, we're fucked. But you're Indian Tech now, right? And there's no Indians with Tech 19, so he doesn't get the 5% discount. That, and we can also just do this. And the reason why we can do that is because I am already in a disaster, so I can't have my aristocratic coup happen. So I may as well demand the 200 points. Yeah, well, fuck it. If I don't do it, then he will. So there's no choice. We have no choice. Let's walk over to Crimea. Start the siege from the north. No? Integrate Georgia before you start the war. It doesn't matter. He's on Scottish. I can do it during the war. Yeah. We have no diplomat though, so I'm not gonna keep that diplomat busy for no reason. thing I'm more worried about is these forts. Give us a question. Give us a guess on how long you think you can hold the Mughal Armada back, Florry. Oh. The Mughal Armada. I think I can hold it back for a very long time indeed. I don't know, how long does it take to sail across the Cape of Good Hope? I don't know where all of their troops are though. They're supposed to have 300k, but I'm not seeing them. I'm just YOLO sieging this fort down because he doesn't appear to be trying to stop me right now. Alright, we got Crimea. Now we're gonna need to do things slightly differently here with regards to Caraman. I hate this one. Fuck that one. Spawns 50 different rebels. Fuck off. Still no Mughals. Oh, they're down here. Shit. Well, that's upsetting. Dude, that's lame. Why are they up there? Alright, this we can do. How long do we need to last for? April 1640, right? Oh. Yeah, I'll buy that loyalty. I don't have any time for that. This does have Cox in it, right? Yes. Alright, let's shimmy shabby them over to Constantinople. Should be able to do that in a jiffy. I don't know where the rest of these do. I have to go down here now. This is so shit. So Caraman, we can piece you out. I'm just gonna do the same piece as before. But he's not willing to give me the same piece as before because he still has an army this time. Oh boy, that's bad. Oh shit. Okay. And they also instantly siege it down. Did they siege it down with a full garrison? Ah, no! They would have sieged it down with 0 garrison if I had mothballed the fort, but I'm a dumbass and I forgot about that. It looks like we're still winning. Stop running away. So silly. Oh! Oh! No! That's worse than a stack wipe, guys. That's worse than a stack wipe because he actually killed all of them. It looked like I was winning, damn it. I mean, they were outnumbered 3-1 with no general. Can't really blame those troops. But this is shit because now it's gonna take forever for me to get back over there. I don't have the manpower to replace those troops. Okay. Well, fuck. Rip. I'm assuming this is roughly what died. Yemen. Such a fucking nuisance, man. Why are they even there? You would accept this now? Let's make that peace deal. 14 infantry and 5 cannons will die. That can't be right. Because I already launched 2 things. Does Caraman have a fort? Okay, it does not. Yeah, well, I'm not dealing with this fucking nonsense. Get the fuck out of here. I should have waited 3 months before clicking the button. Yeah, man. Unbelievable. I shouldn't be out here. Shouldn't need to be out there. How many points can we save up? 1205. I don't think we can tech up 3 times in a row. When does the tech cost decrease? Well, if we have more admin to spare. Alright, we can fight this now. Okay, cool. Stack with these. Let's go and siege it. And can we walk over to Yemen? We can, and we will, because he's going to continue to try and occupy this fucking land, and then he's going to be a dick about the whole thing, so we have to go deal with that. Also, Serbia exists. Hello. Who improve relations with them? It's really close to my capital anyway, so... Yeah, and this is ass, so we're gonna have to blockade it. Oh! Look at that. We walked into some... Oh, fuck off. Walked into some Mughal and Indians. Do I really need to... Okay, fine. Here. Go kill those first. Please start off force march. Don't... Who's... Okay, never mind. I was about to say, who's deciding to walk into that, but it's... some random people. Start some more cores, maybe? No, we're still working with missionaries. It's costing me an arm and a leg, I'm sure. Ooh, Armenian separatists, Albania particulars. Where are you going to? Oh god, everywhere. Okay, fine. I'm flipping into the other thing. Fuck this. There you go. That's better. Do we have some war exhaustion? No. Yeah, we lost the Briz, but that was to be expected. Wanted to take care of the other shit first anyway. Alright, I'm deleting these forts. Not because I want to, but because... well, I mean, I kind of want to, because they're downgraded fort. They're a huge liability. If he occupies this, I need to be able to unsiege it real quick. And not have to sit there for 10 decades. Can we finish this siege? What kind of a siege general are we using? 2. Can we get anything better? That travel time is way shorter. No. I've got 100 army tradition. Who of you guys has 10 siege? Let's go, boys. I want 6 siege. Oh, Crasher 627 has redeemed the general points, but he doesn't have 6 siege. I'll go for one more. Demas 45. He's got 2 siege. Sorry, Marco. Getting rid of you. I'll try one last time. Viking Nephilim, let's go, Ben. Here we go. Alright, cool. And bam. Is there a specific strategy to ensure you get the plus 20 from absolutism cap from court to country? Yes, you need to have 65 absolutism or more, and then you have it. How long have I been sieging down Constantinople? yeah, just for the better part of a year, siege down one of your own provinces. Seems good. I really should have birded that, to be honest. But we've done so many push-ups yesterday, I didn't think we'd be able to do more. Also, because I didn't call in Georgia into this war, they're just able to enter this shit now, which is also ass. But it's okay, it will all come together once we deal with Yemen. Or Yemen. Hi. Need to siege down yet another province. And these guys can sort of start carpet sieging in the provinces surrounding the stuff that we've sieged down. The problem is he has so many troops, but he has a lot of troops, but they're all stack wipeable now because he's got so many options that they're not all in one spot. So this does make it easier to win battles, which is what we declared war for. So I guess it's all right. You just fucked your progress with catching up and melted them. No, I didn't. I'm not going to tech up, man. I'm not going to tech up until I get the global trade, and I don't have the money for that until after I win the war anyway. So it's fine. He's ahead in tech with tech 17 and 18, which do nothing. Oh yeah, I guess 18 gives you new cannons. That's really about it. What else does tech 18 do? Extra combat width. Well, whoop-de fucking daisy do. So, I'm not too worried about those techs. And we could almost embrace it. I'm more worried about this nonsense. Well, that and those armies that are in the middle of my shit. Press the wrong button there, I apologize. I'm just going to ignore those then. We're moving down south. Mughals are back here. Yemen, would you accept peace already? Oh, shit, I have no diplomats. Wonder if he's gonna come stop me. Looks like he is. It's not to say he's going to succeed, though. Although we do have an exposed cannon. This is my 646, man. You can't win. Getting god tier rolls right now. Why am I fighting with the Mughals? Because they're my neighbor and they hate me. So if I don't fight them, they will fight me. In the words of Niccolo Machiavelli, it is better to prevent a problem foreseen than to deal with the problem at the time of it arising. If I go right now and go dick around in Spain, the Mughals will down me when I am not ready for it, when I have all of my troops in Iberia. So I have to fight these, and I have to fight the Mamluks permanently, because these guys will down me if I don't do it.
Would be proud,
so we have to make sure that we have truces with these, and that we have an alliance with Austria before we can go dick around in Iberia. That is kind of how it works. Scandenbag will be proud. Coney Ismar, thank you so much for 4 months in a row, man. Tip out of Tuesday. Am I going to win this battle or not? Because I'm kind of tired of this. How did this even happen? I already killed his cannons. Okay, fuck off. Florry knows this philosophy. I do. Alright, I'll be back in a bit, guys. Yeah, I want coffee. Alright. So can we please grab this siege before the next Mughal army arrives? Please. Also, I'm really considering, you know, having a hole is nice. Having a hole in your wall might be preferable to not having a hole in your wall, because it forces your enemies to walk through a certain spot. But the downside is that this is a bad hole to have.